Let's take 10 minutes to collect some firewood. So let's start in an easy seated position on your mat. Find your easy cross. So for firewood, we're going to be stacking the foot on top of the opposite knee. You're going to really feel it in the hips and some in the knees. We've got some props nearby, so have a belt or a strap if needed. Have a block if needed. And I've got a couple of mats here. And one of the little things that you can do is you can take a mat to bring it on top of that opposite knee so that the other ankle doesn't dig into it. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. So first, let's start with our windshield wipers. So bringing the outsides of the feet to the outsides of your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Those hands are behind you. And we just want to get those hips nice and oiled up. So dropping the knees to one side, letting that knee try to touch the inside of the opposite foot. Back up and switch. Again, the knee to the inside of that opposite sole of that foot. And keep going back and forth. You might have to adjust yourself as you do this because our bodies kind of walk a little bit as we're doing our windshield wiper. So we're oiling those hips and those knees before we give our firewood a try. And let's come back to neutral. So finding your seated position, feet flat, knees bent. And I'm going to start with my right shin. And I'm going to bring that shin so that it's in line with the edge of my mat. Sitting up nice and tall here. And now I want to take this left foot and bring it on top of my right knee. So just with care, just bring that foot up here. Now you're going to feel this in this left hip. Sit up nice and tall. And what do your legs here want to naturally do? If this leg is not going down, you can have a block underneath it to help support that leg so that it can start to eventually drop lower. So maybe the block is here. All right, so feel that. So I'm just going to let mine hover for a moment here. I'm going to sit nice and tall. And now if this ankle is digging into your knee, here's where you can take a blanket, a towel, taking my little mat here, and I'm just going to bring it right there. So now I don't feel that digging anymore. So anything can be a prop. Feel free to use anything at all. All right, so I'm going to sit nice and tall, square my shoulders. And now as you're looking at both of these shins, think about you're trying to just stack two logs on top of each other. This is why this is called firewood. And some people are very flexible. Maybe this knee comes all the way down. Some people have these amazing flexible hips. For me, I can just gently press my knee down. I can feel this action happening in my hip. And holding my knee down, finding my full firewood pose. So I'm pressing down. I can feel this in the hip, because this leg doesn't naturally fall there for me. Another little trick that you can do is taking a strap or a belt and bringing it around this right foot, and then you take your strap. You gotta get in there. Oops, I've already got a knot. Do this again. I already had a little knot there. So what you want to do is take your strap so that you can bring it around that foot and knee and then tighten it. So whatever feels okay for you as you tighten that strap, you can feel that knee coming down toward that foot. So like I said, I'm all about props here. So see, I've got my strap there, keeping that knee in place. I'm going to sit back up tall, feel this hip working, My firewood is stacked here. Let's release that. So I'm going to remove this strap and take my left leg off. And let's extend both of those legs. So you're going to feel this in those hips, a little bit in those knees, but this is really a deep hip stretch. Okay, you ready for the other side? Put a bend in both of those knees. Now this time we're going to bring this left shin in line with that edge of your mat. Sit tall. Now I'm going to take my right foot and bring that foot on my left knee. So again, you're going to start feeling this in the hip. My right knee doesn't naturally want to drop down. Maybe I can put a block here and just start to feel that. Sit tall and feel that hip start to accept this pose. I'm also going to, and also keep both of your feet flexed as you do this. Now I'm going to take my right hand and just gently press down, because again, it doesn't naturally go into that space, but I can press it and open into this right hip, finding my firewood here. And then I'll take my little strap and do my strap trick again. So having a loop in your strap, bringing it underneath that left foot and on that right knee, and you can pull on that strap to bring the knee and the foot closer together. All of the little tricks of the trade. And how long can you stay seated here in your firewood? So I challenge you to just let this body try to relax into this pose. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing, but it's bringing this flexibility back. And whatever you were able to do in your firewood today, each time that you try it, you can get a little bit further, a little bit further. Again, this is why this is called a yoga practice, not a yoga perfect. Good job with your firewood. Gently come out of those poses. Just, you can windshield wiper those legs again to work them out. And thanks for taking 10 for yourself. Good job.